Vivienne Westwood, an influential fashion maverick who played a key role in the punk movement, died Thursday at 81. Westwood's eponymous fashion house announced her death on social media platforms, saying she died peacefully. A cause of death was not disclosed. Vivienne continued to do the things she loved, up until the last moment, designing, working on her art, writing her book, and changing the world for the better, the statement said. She led an amazing life. Her innovation and impact over the last 60 years has been immense and will continue into the future. Westwood's fashion career began in the 1970s with a punk explosion, when her radical approach to urban street style took the world by storm. But she went on to enjoy a long career highlighted by a string of triumphant runway shows in London, Paris, Milan, and New York. The name Westwood became synonymous with style and attitude even as she shifted focus from year to year. Her range was vast and her work was never predictable. As her stature grew, she seemed to transcend fashion, with her designs shown in museum collections throughout the world. The young woman who had scorned the British establishment eventually became one of its leading lights, and she used her elite position to lobby for environmental reforms even as she kept her hair dyed the bright shade of orange that became her trademark. Andrew Bolton, curator of the Costume Institute at the Metropolitan Museum of New York, said Westwood would be celebrated for pioneering the punk look, pairing a radical fashion approach with the anarchic punk sounds developed by the Sex Pistols, managed by her then partner, Malcolm McLaren. The ripped shirts, the safety pins, the provocative slogans. She introduced postmodernism. It was so influential from the mid-70s. The punk movement has never dissipated, it's become part of our fashion vocabulary. It's mainstream now. Westwood's long career was full of contradictions. She was a lifelong rebel who was honored several times by Queen Elizabeth II. She dressed like a teenager even in her 60s and became an outspoken advocate of fighting global warming, warning of planetary doom if climate change was not controlled. In her punk days, Westwood's clothes were often intentionally shocking, t-shirts decorated with drawings of naked boys, and bondage pants with sadomasochistic overtones were standard fare in her popular London shops. But Westwood was able to make the transition from punk to haute couture without missing a beat, keeping her career going without stooping to self-caricature. She was always trying to reinvent fashion. Her work is provocative, it's transgressive. It's very much rooted in the English tradition of pastiche and irony and satire. She is very proud of her Englishness, and still she sends it up, Bolton said.